How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Cweemy cast, and today we are hanging out with Zagan Films. I am also joined with my co-host Flame. Unfortunately, this week, Dongtrope is sick, so he will not be able to join us, but he will be back with us next week. Say hey, Zagan, how's it going?
Hello, what's up?
So, in case you do not know, Zagan is a creator online. He works on a bunch of smaller short films and just recently finished up working on Ash vs. Freddy vs. Jason, which is one of his biggest movies he's worked on. And it was really cool. It was animated, had voice acting. It was really fucking cool. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Link will be in the description. But yeah, Zagan, you make films. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we're very low budget. Let's just say that.
Hey, low budget. Low budget. I think low budget's better than having a crazy budget. You have to be like, you have to be unique. You have to do stuff outside the box. You have to think outside the box. That's what I like.
Exactly. And I just film my iPhone out of all things. I don't even have a camera yet.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
Which is surprising.
Whatever you do to make it happen, you know.
Exactly. And I just it's just been really fun to film with my friend Dagan, Zagan Dagan. I
Right.
just thought that was kind of funny. And and it's really fun to film with my good buddies, and it's just a fun thing to do, you know.
Yeah, you make memories doing it. That's like a lot of my friends who I do film stuff with. We've gotten so close just doing random stuff on different like short films they've done. Like there was the one weekend where if I hadn't stayed to edit the one short film that I was editing, a lot of this shit that we ended up doing that was stupid and just off the whim would never have happened and we wouldn't have those memories. So it's like we went out at midnight because my friend couldn't figure out what to do for their thesis film and fucking went to the docks of one of like the parking zones and thought of a random idea for a short film and had to run with it and make it work. So I love
Hey,
shit
there you
like that.
go. There you go.
So
Anything works.
For Ash versus Freddy versus Jason, where did that come from and how long did it take for that to go from idea to film?
Ooh, that's a good question. Well, it came from the original. They made a comic book series based on Freddy versus Jason versus Ash. It was originally going to be a real film, like a real sequel to Freddy versus Jason. I was like, holy shit, this needs to happen. I love Evil Dead. I love Nightmare on Elm Street. I love Friday the 13th. Why is this not happening? And
Yeah,
I was like, fuck it. We're going to make an animated or whatever fan film about it. And I was like, hell yeah.
that's awesome. And you saw it through and it's out now.
Yeah, it just took for fucking ever.
Hey man, sometimes that's what happens. Development hell's a real thing, but it comes out and people can see it, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. The people are get to see the thing you got to put all this hard work into.
That's right. Yep.
What was your favorite part about working on Freddy versus Ash vs. Jason? Sorry if I keep fucking the name of that up. I don't remember how it goes. Too many
Well,
people.
my favorite thing was doing the voice acting of Freddy because that was really fun. And I'm
Okay.
not like Robert England, obviously, but it was really fun to voice Freddy, and that was just really an awesome thing to do because I love Freddy. He's just like the most hilarious. I say slasher, one of the most hilarious slashers of the horror, genre.
Yeah, I'd agree. Freddy's up there probably with Chucky next to me. Chucky's just a dick, but Freddy's funny as shit, just for no
Oh
reason.
yeah.
So, this is where my questions come in. What is your favorite horror slasher?
Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a really tough one. I love so many of them.
I would think my top two guesses would be Ash or like Freddy or Jason. Either of those three would be my first three guesses.
Well, I would say my favorite horror movie would be Evil Dead,
Okay.
which which is really a good one. But I would say if you were talking about slashers, it's it's a toss up between Halloween or Friday the 13th, but I'd say
Okay,
Friday the 13th.
I got you. When were you like introduced to horror? Were you always super into horror, or was it just something that happened? Because I have a story that also like got me into horror more than anything, so I'm curious.
Well, that's a good question because I think the first time I was exposed to horror was Halloween, the original Halloween movie. And I was like, fuck yeah, after that movie, after I saw that movie, I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna watch some more horror movies. And I'm like, I'm into this. I'm into this shit.
My funny story is that obviously we all know Scream, right? It's
Hell yeah.
iconic. So when Hurricane, fuck, which one was it? I want to say Sandy. It was Hurricane Sandy, I think. Hit. I was stuck at home, obviously, and I was like, it was the year Halloween got canceled. Halloween got canceled one year when I was a kid because of the hurricane hitting, and that was like that was my 9/11, dude. That like, as a kid, that was my 9/11. That was fucked up. That was fucked up. Like you canceled Halloween. What do you mean you just did that?
Like, why?
And I had this neighbor across the street who always like would go all out and get like this shit ton of candy. So she had prepared. And then they announced that Halloween was canceled. So she walks over to our house with like, because I have two siblings too. So it was me, my brother, and my sister. She had like three giant bags of candy that she just gave us because she was like, what am I going to do with this shit? But during that hurricane, I watched Scream 1, 2, and 3 for the first time ever. And those movies were like they fucking Wes Craven. I still have I know of a video where I was probably no older than 12 when Wes Craven passed away, and I made a video, like a little video where I was like, rest in peace Wes Craven. I was like crying. Like I was that young and I was that like upset about him dying at that point. And I was like, I remember hearing on the radio at this point about like Scream 5 happening or maybe happening because nobody knew if there was going to be another Scream while he was still alive because he was like, I don't know if I want to do it. So I watched those movies and they were so much more important to me after that fact because I watched them for the first time like 6 months before he had passed, I want to say. So I watched those movies and then got so excited for another one. So then when Scream 5 finally came out and I got to see a Scream movie in the theater, I sobbed like a bitch. I'm not gonna lie to you. I remember when Four West popped up at the end of the movie, and that fucked me up so bad. I was like, shit. As much
Hmm.
as I truthfully really don't like Scream 5 as a movie nowadays, um, I think it's a really good, like it's faithful and it's respectful to what Wes made, and that's what I care about.
Yeah.
And so yeah, Scream was what got me into stuff. There's also a funny story with Chucky, considering how much I can't say I love him at this point because me and Chucky have a very toxic relationship. That's what I think. We have a very toxic relationship. Don't ever stay in a toxic relationship, chat. Chucky and me, we fight a lot, and it's not very healthy.
I
It's
saw the downfall in real time.
but I used to be fucking terrified of Chucky, and my aunt like had every single movie on DVD. And there's a specific DVD cover art that I fucking hate to this day because of how they designed Chucky, and also just because of how stupidly scary it looked to me as a kid. But I went to like a Kmart. Do you guys remember Kmart's?
Yeah.
I went to a
Yeah.
Kmart as a kid during Halloween time, and I walked up to this little like Chucky doll where you press the button and it would talk. I fucking hit that button and he talked to me and I was terrified. I went home that night. I had sleep paralysis and Chucky was my sleep paralysis demon. Chucky killed me in my sleep that night. I shit you not. Chucky ruined my childhood. And then now we're here. So,
Fucking dolls.
this fucking
Fucking
doll.
dolls.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. What are your thoughts on Chucky at this point?
Well, I mean, honestly, he fell off hard.
He did. Chucky fell off very hard. I'm very
It's a
sad.
shame.
I really hope they go back to like just even if they follow the same story, like I'll be a little salty, but or no, I can't say they'll be salty because there's throughout the 30 years Chucky's been a thing, they have not like gone to change the lore. They've kept it as a thing. They've just added to it. But if they keep the story from the show and make movies, I would be okay with that. I just think the effort into making a show at this point is making it such like it feels such a lower quality. You can tell and feel the quality difference, especially by season 2 and 3. Because it's like you're just seeing the same shit over again. You're seeing the same actors over again. It's like, yes, I love these actors, but I'm like, dude, what the fuck is what? So yeah, I didn't like season 2. I liked the start of season 3. Or no, that's a lie. I really enjoyed season 2 up until they pulled some fuck shit. Flame knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
It's fucked.
Wow.
But yeah, Chucky fell off and he needs to go back to movies. Don Mancini, if you're watching this, let me work for you. I will make Chucky great again.
Hell yeah.
We gotta make Chucky great again. So Zagan, are you working on any new films? Any new ideas?
Ooh, that's a good question because
Because we still need to
I'm
work
doing
on a
so
film
many
together.
projects. We do, we really do. It'll be so fucking amazing.
Anytime you need anything
But
for a film, I'm so down. Just so you know.
hell yeah. But I would say I'm working on like one original
Okay.
film because they don't really do so well on my channel.
Hey man, I like original films a lot. And I mean, even if they don't do good, I think the essence in that is doing the essence of doing something like that is that you're not doing it for anybody else. You're doing it for yourself. Cause you're really like the way I look at filmmaking is that it's not easy, number one. It's a really hard thing, especially if you're doing it on a small budget like 90% of us do. Um and it takes a really fucking long time. So like when you make something and even if it doesn't like cuz I get that a lot too where I'm like if I put a lot of work into any of my projects and something doesn't get just like doesn't hit what I want it to, I'm like, "Oh shit." I'm like, did I waste my time?" But it's like at the end of the day, you still did that and you're producing things that you want to produce and I think that's what filmmaking means at the end of the day to an extent is you get to make what you want and you get to do that. And if you do that, I think your job is well done. If you're making the thing you want to make and like even if it gets 50 views, there's 50 people who saw something that you put your all into. So I think even if an original movie doesn't do the best, that's the thing to put your heart most into because that's what you're doing, what you love. So
Right.
yeah, that's where I stand on that because I've been trying to like finally. I have so many ideas and I have so many different scripts, and I have one that I've been writing for so many years that like. I think it dates back to when I was in school, even that because like Flame, it's the letter one. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
And I've been working on that for like years and I still don't have an ending to it. And I feel like Stephen King cuz isn't his whole joke like he can't write an ending or some shit. So I feel like Stephen King
Yeah.
right now where I'm like I can't fucking write the ending to this book. Or not this book, this movie. I'm like what do I need to do? I've tried so many different times. I've went and rewritten it and I'm just like how the fuck do I make this end? Cuz that's going to be the one thing I make at some point that's going to be like all my cards on the table. This is what I have to offer, and this is what I want to make. And that's gonna be like that. Like for me, it's gonna be like all bets or nothing. When I make that movie, it's gonna be you either like it or you don't. That's gonna be my main.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing film stuff? Did you do it in high school? Did you do it
Probably
afterwards?
probably in high school.
Okay, because I was
Yeah,
gonna
it
say
all started in high school.
I started out probably the very end ropes of high school, getting really into it because I started watching movies more. And I think after I got more of like, because I was hanging around people who had more of an understanding of movies than I did before I started getting into the film industry. I can't even into like filmmaking, I guess. And like when you see that stuff from an outside perspective and then you go in, it's really weird because you see and hear all this shit. You see behind the scenes of things, you watch behind the scenes, and like it doesn't ever put like, even if it's a short film and low budget, the scale is usually massive still, which is crazy. Like I have not been on one short film set where they've had a lower budget and they let that like defeat them or have any like high ground over them, if that makes sense, because they just made it work. And I remember like the Raccoon Elope, which was my friend's college thesis film. He needed to do like some moving shots like with the camera, and if you like, not like walking shots as in like you needed that shit steady and like a dolly shot, and we didn't have a dolly, so we got a wheelchair. We had somebody hold the camera. We put like, it was like, you know how the wheelchair has like what a office chair has, the two like arms. We put like a box on top of it, and we put the camera on top of the box, and they moved the wheelchair just to get that shot. And it was like, there you go, whatever works.
There you go. Anything works.
So I think that that's the cool thing about short films specifically, is that you have to be a lot more creative,
Resourceful.
resourceful and creative. You can't just like, you have to use anything you have, and there's no like, we turned a puppet into a fucking dead raccoon.
Like, what's that phrase? Like, restriction breeds creativity.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah.
But I think that if you're doing stuff on a, if you want to do anything in film, you need to do things on a smaller budget before you ever do things on a bigger budget, because then you're really going to understand what you need to do for filmmaking. Because there are times when like, and this is something Ryan Reinecke taught me too, is he's like, you need to learn, like, know how to do multiple things on a set. You don't, okay, not need, but it's really good to. Like, if you know how to act, that's really good, but also if you know how to do mics, anything, that's also really good, because you can just help out and do anything. So like, you won't understand how a real film is made until you do something on the short film scale, because yes, Hollywood actors are, it's crazy, you work crazy hours. I think a lot of short film shits can be even crazier. I mean, excuse me to even mention, Terrifier was a short film before it was as big as it is, and that did some crazy fucking shit as an indie film. That first movie was insane to be made on a budget like that. So, yeah, I think that lower budget movies do a lot more than people like to give them any credit for, and I will continue to share that same sentiment until the day I die, or until I'm proven wrong.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah, you just you just reminded me of the meme. You sounded like,
Hey, that's pretty good.
hey, that's pretty good. Oh my god.
I wanted to mention the projects I was working on.
Yeah.
I'm working on Ash versus Freddy versus Jason Part 2, obviously.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yep. And it's called The Nightmare Warriors, based on the same comic by the same name.
I've actually read that comic.
What'd
I'm
you
aware.
think? I haven't read it.
I think
I'm
it's
gonna be
cool.
honest, I haven't read it.
I think it's cool. I don't remember a lot of it, because I remember I watched like a video of a guy going through a
Yeah.
bunch of them, because I was really interested about all the stupid, like, not stupid, the random crossover shit they do, because I didn't know they did
Right.
all that. So I was going down like a loophole one night, and I read that one. You're not read. I skimmed through it, and it was cool.
Right.
I don't remember much from it though. I just remembered how weird it was, because I was like, why are these people like, I didn't have context, so I was just like, why are these people interacting with each other? This would never happen. Like, this is not normal.
What was fucking weird is that from what I've seen in the comic, is that Freddy's like fucking president or something.
Yes, yes,
like,
yes, yes. Freddy
I'm like,
Krueger's
what?
like the president, and it's fucking weird. I don't understand it at all, and I don't
I
know if
bet
I
Ash
wanna.
is like, what the fuck?
Ash is just like, yeah,
Groovy.
this is like groovy, dude. This is awesome. But what other
But yeah.
projects? You got that one.
Oh
But what
yeah.
about the original film? Can you give us anything on that?
Well, I don't know if you've seen Death O Death, but the first one sucked.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest, that one sucked. But it had a good idea in mind,
Mm.
of course. But the second one was more like Evil Dead 2 in a way. It was kind of Sam Raimi esque.
Right.
I was inspired by Evil Dead at that time. I was like, yeah, we're gonna make it like Evil Dead. Let's make it like Evil Dead.
So basically,
And
Death O Death like Evil Dead.
basically, but we even added the fucking Necronomicon in it. I don't know why.
Oh my god, that's kind of sick.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty interesting. And we filmed. Speaking of Death O Death 2, we filmed at this like we were gonna film. We used to have this creepy house, like this creepy old house,
Mm-hmm.
way down the street. It's torn down now, sadly.
Aw,
But
that would have. I'm sure
it's
that
kinda-
made very nice set pieces.
it did, and it kind of sucks that they tore it down. But I mean, it's okay. It's fine.
I hate that shit. There have been a few places that I found that I'm like, I would love to make something here, and then I'm like, oh, it's private property, or it's like I can't. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what? This is fucked up. I can't make cool movies. Why not?
Yeah, you gotta have permission.
This isn't elementary
It
school. I don't
sucks.
want a permission slip. I just want to make the movie.
I just want to break in and
Let
do
me
it.
break and entering and film what I want on your
Yeah, just
property
let me-
without permission.
Just let me break in, man.
That's how you should do it. What do you mean
I
there's
promise
a
I
problem
won't
with
steal
that?
anything.
What do you mean that's not allowed? What do you mean that? What do you mean that I could go to jail? I don't care.
I don't give a fuck if I go to jail.
I don't care. I just want to make the movie.
I want to make a film.
Just let me make the
But-
movie.
But anyway,
That's when you break in
Yeah.
and find out there's like deadly mold.
Let me make the movie. Deadly mold. Okay, I'll make a movie about that.
it'll work.
The
It'll
deathly
probably
mold.
work.
That's just I'll probably get sued by Goosebumps. They'll be like, "You're stealing the sponge idea from us."
Damn it, R.L. Stein.
R.L. Stein's gonna be rolling in his. No, R.L. Stein's alive. Wait, no. No, wait, he's not gonna be rolling in his grave. R.L. Stein's alive. I'm thinking of wrong people.
Oh no! Imagine he sees this.
No, R.L. Stein, I love you. Please don't kill me. You were my favorite. I love Goosebumps. I even thought the movie that came out a couple years ago, both the movies were pretty good. I know people didn't like them, but I said they're pretty good, just so you don't kill me. I thought they were good, and I still think they're good. Jack Black as Slappy the Dummy was... Wait. That's not what happened.
I am
That's-
R.L. Stein.
Yes, he was R.L.
Not proving your case well here, PJ.
Fuck, I'm a fake fan. R.L. Stein's gonna kill me.
He's gonna send the dummy after you. It's gonna be
Dude.
mailed to your house.
Dude, I'm not playing Slappy the Dummy. I'm not doing Night of the Living Dummy PJ edition. Fuck this shit. I will backhand that dummy so hard. He'll be like
I
his
mailed
head will be
Slappy the
backwards.
Dummy to PJ at 3 a.m.
Not clickbait. Epic rap battles of history. Slappy
Just like
versus Cweemy boy.
You need to
oh
make
my
that now.
god. Just like the classic Smosh thumbnails.
You're cute for a dummy, although you're kind of dummy. Can't make dummy rhyme with dummy, dude.
I see why you're not a lyricist, PJ.
I'm not a lyricist because I can only make lyrics off the whim. No, if I was able to make lyrics off the whim, I wouldn't have rhymed dummy with dummy. Never mind. That's not. I'm speaking lies. This is incorrect. I'm going to
I'm
hell.
getting canceled for this podcast.
Yeah, guys, this is my last episode. I guess we're giving it to Zagan now. Welcome, you're the new official host.
Let's
Transfership.
go.
of
The new
ownership.
Cweemy boy.
I'm getting a new Cweemy boy. I guess I'm fake. I'm canceled. Goodbye. This is the end for me. R.L. Stein's
This is
coming
the
for
end.
me. Fucking
He's gonna execute you by hand.
Fucking Slappy the Dummy's coming for you.
R.L. Stein's gonna pop up to me. He's gonna have Slappy the Dummy in hand. Slappy's gonna have a gun, and he's gonna have Slappy. And he's just gonna be like, "All right, dude, this is it. I'm not doing this. Slappy is." And I'm gonna be like, "What do I do?" And he's gonna tell me to recite the alphabet backwards, and I'm gonna die because I can't do that.
I can't either. Oh my god.
Why do they ask drunk people to do that? Because I don't think I could do that sober.
I can't do it either way.
Like, I'm going to jail, I guess, because I can't do that sober. So if I can't do it drunk, I can't do it sober. I'm going to jail for doing the right thing? Yeah. Wait, has that ever happened, do you think? Do you think they're like, no, you're
Probably.
drunk. You can't do it, so you're going to jail. Nah, that's had to have happened. I don't believe that
Yeah,
hasn't
no.
happened.
And they were like, "You were sober? Why didn't you do it then?"
Yeah, what do you mean you can't recite the alphabet backwards? Like, that's something everybody can do. Dude,
Everyone's memorized that.
is it, if that's the case, then I'm done. If that's just some unspoken thing and apparently everybody knows the alphabet backwards.
I would say if you've memorized that, then that means you're more guilty.
You're so right, because that means you probably intentionally done that because you know you're gonna get
just
pulled
to
over
get away
drunk.
with it. That is a very. That system doesn't work very well.
Holy shit, dude, you're so right.
I think I just cracked the system. I hope the FBI doesn't come knocking at my door.
Flame, sorry, do you have anything you'd like to share with us? Is this like expose on yourself real quick on accident? Did you just accidentally expose
no.
yourself? Is this what you do?
I
think-
secretly have a YouTube channel where I like break down the government.
Hey guys, so today I'm gonna teach you how to get free money.
How to get Siri to give the government code.
Siri, what are the nuclear codes?
Hey guys, it's Flame Jack. Today I'm teaching you how to commit tax evasion.
Not the tax evasion, dude.
Oh
Tax
no.
evasion. Oh, the tax
Home
evasion.
Alone face of all time.
This is the Home Alone episode, guys. The Home Alone face episode. I am the Home Alone man.
Speaking of Home Alone, what about that last Home Alone movie? Didn't it suck?
I didn't watch it. I've refused to watch it. I saw clips of it
Same.
and I fucking hated it. I did not like it. That's not Home Alone.
We need a true Home Alone sequel.
We do. That was like home. That's like when mom says we have McDonald's at home. That was Home Alone at home. We have Home Alone already. We rent Home Alone. We already have that movie. That's not Home Alone. Not Home Alone.
That's Home Not Alone.
Not Home and Alone.
That
Not
sounds
home.
sad. Not home and alone.
Not Home, Not Alone.
That sounds like the most depressing movie ever.
Not Home and Alone. And it's just like a really sad, like, violin. Dude, my favorite thing in the world is the kazoo version of that. Or I don't even know if it's the kazoo, but it's just a really shitty version made where it's like. It's like the TikTok sound. It's so funny.
John Williams composed it.
Dude, if John Williams composed that shit, then it's over. I don't know what the fuck is happening anymore. We gotta get J.J. Abrams to rewrite the national anthem. Zagan, I really hope you got that joke. I really hope you got that joke.
I did.
Good.
Oh my god.
South Park
Wow.
is what I live and breathe. Oh, you're a big South Park fan too, aren't you?
Yep, I love South Park.
I'm jealous. You got to go see the fucking movie in theaters. I had to work and I didn't get to. I'm so fucking jealous of you.
It was good, man. It was still good. I
I
loved
hope
it.
they bring it back again. I'm sure they will, but they
I
just need
hope
to do
so.
it when I'm not working. Because I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna go and make this everybody's worst theater experience and sing every song.
What sucked is that we were kind of late because of fucking traffic. And I
Oh
was like, oh
no.
man, I'm gonna miss the best part, the beginning.
It's quiet small town. That
Oh,
I can't believe fucking Robin Williams performed that song at the Oscars. Right? I think it was the Oscars. He performed Blame Canada at the Grammys or the Oscars one year. And it was
Either one.
fucking insane. It was like really good. And it was a whole like, it was like a budget performance. It was fucking good. You just have
that's
Robin Williams
amazing.
giving it his own. He's like, Blame Canada, Blame Canada. I'm like,
I don't know how people censor themselves live for things like that.
no, I don't
It's
either.
hard.
I would probably just accidentally be like, I'd break and I'd be like, it'd be like that scene where it's like something censors and then the person starts saying it and then everyone goes quiet just looking and then he like says it and everyone's like, and they're like, what? Oh, you heard what I said, didn't I? And it's like, yeah, we heard what you said. We heard what you said indeed.
I'm just going to say something. This is very controversial, and even
Okay.
Cartman said it. Cartman's mom's a big fat bitch.
This is factual information. This is truth. This is truth, actually.
She is.
solid. Kyle's mom is a big fat bitch. She's the biggest bitch in the whole wide world. Big fat bitch. She's a big fat bitch. She's a big fat bitch.
The best part of that song is when he turns around and sees Kyle's mom.
And she's like, that movie's just fucking a masterpiece, and I'm
It
probably gonna
is.
watch it at work tonight. To be honest, now that I'm thinking
I
about
love it.
because it's so good, and there's so much good about it, dude. It's so funny. I love how they made that. They kind of brought it back, in a way. In like recent episodes, they did an episode where Kyle was like fucking MAC, where it was Moms Against Canada, and he brought it back, and everyone was like, Kyle, you're being your mom right now. They're like, what do you mean? I'm not being my mom. And then they're like, this is what your mom did. And then he realizes that it's exactly what his mom did in the movie. And he's like, oh, fuck.
Just like Cartman.
It's like Hartman, dude. They learned out. They fucked around and found out. And that's just it. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of the Cweemy Cast. We hope you guys enjoyed. And we will see you guys again back here next week for more. So thank you guys so much. Remember to go check out Zagan on social medias and check out his films. And we will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.